but they're a long way from home, baby. Beluga Bowl proves it's no fluke. He's back on track. He destroys them in the 64th Winona. And now, present the trophy.
You're always welcome here in Winnipeg.
He's gonna do it in here, making up enormous strides. Street Prancer coming to the wire is gonna take the Manitoba. Flashy Jewel, week 6. One more try. Flashy Jewel is gonna hang on. Week 6 a courageous second. Money. Let him get close, and he's unleashed the hound in the Derby. Oil Money. He can't go a mile in an 8. He did it in the 74th Derby. Something natural is not going to do it today. These two to the wire. Mongolian wins. Up. Yeah, baby! Fred Nods will take the 74th running of the Manitoba Derby.
The Manitoba Jockey Club acknowledges that we are on Treaty 1 territory and that the land on which we gather is the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Ojibwe, Dakota, and Dene peoples and the homeland of the Métis Nation. We pay our respect to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this land.
And welcome everybody to ASD Live, brought to you by Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries, day 37 on the racing calendar. Let's take a quick look back at Monday's racing action. As yesterday, well, we got smoked out, but on Monday, Sven Baurup had a great day. He had the bookends, winning the first and the last race, giving him 2 wins, and the CTHS sales stake was the featured race. Just Let Me At 'Em battled every step of the way and drew off in the end to victory for Devin Gittins and Ronaldo Cumberbatch. So we're going over to the jockey's side in the standings. Antonio Whitehall still up by 9 on jockey Jorge Craniel. And on the trainer's side, it's Jerry Gorno on top, 8 ahead of Wendy Anderson. Stretch smoked out yesterday. Well, going back to Monday,
yeah,
what do you think?
I just wanted to comment. I think that was absolutely the right call yesterday on the smoked out. All the outdoor activities or sports were canceled as well, and it even got worse by 9 o'clock. So,
did it ever?
Yeah, if it's just safety of the horses and jockeys, huge difference there.
And everybody who is on the racetrack.
There's that too.
Valid gate crew, everybody out there.
For sure. We're inside where it's nice and safe with no smoke. But I will let you know, though, Kirt, that yesterday was my best handicapping. I felt that I was going to go 7 for 7 yesterday, and nobody got to see it. So, well. Anyway.
Hey, I did great, too. Didn't lose a dollar.
No. It was
the wife loved it.
For sure, I guess she
would.
Her
purse still had money in it.
Yeah, let's recap Monday after that comment there. Just like to thank everybody again for the support. Another well-bet card on Monday.
Definitely was.
Booked end $20 horses. you remember in the show, I was practicing my names to help you call the last race, and I said Dino. Big foreshadowing to give you that $20 winner.
That I did pick.
Yes, that you did pick. Nice. That was a very good
But I couldn't
pick.
get there because I left out the even money horse in the first leg.
It happens. It happens. Long time going to pay off. And then the track again was above par on the fast. The second quarters were extremely fast. We saw some 45s in there that we don't really see too often. But you could show speed and go gate to wire, but you could also come off the pace. We had a horse from dead last basically get there. And I just want to at a second here mention about betting and adjusting. So you can win with the favorites and still make some money. I played a $5 try wheel and made over $100 with the big favorite and a small field coming in.
And only spending $15.
Right. And so normally I wouldn't have done that, but I could have bet the favorite to win and made maybe $20 or so. You made a real good bet on a 7-to-1 shot, paid $7.30. Made over $100
to place, yeah.
to place, exactly. Recognize who doesn't want that nice payout and trying to chase the long shots all the time. Made over $100, covered your other bets. So maybe it wasn't a huge profitable night, but we adjusted to what was being given to us there. So just have to adjust to bet what you feel comfortable with and go from there. Had the night off. I'm ready to go to get back on track.
Oh, I'm chomping at the bit. Same stretch.
All right.
I had no idea what to do last night with my extra time. So let's get back to it and let's get on a $5,500 claimer for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up, going 5.5 furlongs and an interesting first race.
Yeah, it's a good race to kick off the card. I'm going to go with the 4 that won a similar matchup last time out 2 back. It basically it ran against the 1. The 1 went to the lead, and the 4 kind of ran this horse down. You get a cut. The horse gets a cut back after showing speed. I think that's just going to keep this horse sharp. I expect a stalking trip behind the 1 or the other chasers, and just make that late move. So just like how this horse is running. I did use the 1 in second just because she could be the controlling speed. The 5.5 is right on the cusp. We'll see how the track plays. I wanted to have the horse that would be on the lead. And so I've got that one. If she goes gate to wire, it wouldn't be a surprise. And then the last one, the 2, as you have that, we have the same ones. I think this horse just started to wake up. We bet this horse last year, wasn't showing anything, but a real good race last time. I think this horse can sit just back, let the other ones go and make this late move. Maybe in a small upset. It is really windy today, so it's a little bit different. We'll see how that plays out. I'm sorry, Kirt, add on the other ones, please.
Yeah, well, Cyclone Sorority already beat Liaison Tune, and I really liked that last time out, battled on the front end, and the horse really isn't a speed horse. It is not going to be battling on the front end. Liaison Tune's going to be out there. Cyclone Sorority is going to be the stalker, and that's why I like it so much today. Miss Parfait, look at the distance, 9 starts. 4 wins and a second. The horse only has 5 wins lifetime. 4 of them came at the 5.5 furlong distance. So I think this horse is going to show some good late run. And Liaison Tune has switched barns from the Mike Taphorn barn over to the Jared Brown barn. But last time out going 5/8 was loose speed. And me and Stretch both said easy winner, but she got real tired late. And if that race was 5.5 furlongs, Bluegrass Soul would have absolutely went by without a doubt. I'm going to see if she can go all the way, but with that wind coming out of the north today, that does not bode well for speed horses. At least only once this year it's been windy like this. So I'm putting Liaison Tune for 3rd, and I'm taking 4, 2, and 1. Now we're carrying on to race number 2, a $7,500 claimer from Manitoba, Saskatchewan. North and South Dakota breds that are maidens are going to go 6 furlongs. A little mixed bag of 2 girls and 5 boys. Stretch, who do you have?
Yeah, exactly. I've decided to go with the big dropper in here.
No, Amma.
No,
I'm a star?
No, it's all yours.
Wow.
It's all yours today. Absolutely all yours today. Anyway, back to going with the big dropper. I'm going to throw out this horse's last race. Just was one of those, went to 2 turns. That didn't work. Maybe something went a little bit wrong. Has a workout coming in. If you look back 2 and 3 back, those races are good enough for this horse to win. So I think that certainly can stalk. There is a bit of speed in here, so I think the nice stalking trip can make that move and kind of take over. And then I'm going to go with the fillies. And let's go to the 5 is this one. Yes, I have no problem lately with these kind of bottom non-twos and a bit of the maidens, the fillies winning. I think this horse, again, has kind of the cutback. She likes to make the small moves, and again, just kind of finishes up. Could be in the money. Can it win it? Maybe, but we'll have to improve. Maybe doesn't like to win it as much. Horse is 7 for 7 in the money, so I'll just let everybody. That's my show horse.
Yeah, I can figure that one out. Thanks.
Okay, and then let's go to the other drop.
I've only been beside you for how many years, Stretch?
And then let's go to the 1 as the third selection. It's just another filly. Makes that big drop again. Same kind of thing. If we get the bit of a pace and it kind of backs up, can kind of pick up the pieces late and complete the try, maybe even the exactor. So let's go 2, 5, and 1.
Yeah, I ended up going to number 3, I'm a Star. Yes, this horse does have seconditis. 4 seconds out of 5 starts, but has gotten in trouble. And I think the last time out, Jorge Carreño just pulled the trigger a little bit early, and Valid Defense ended up getting up there in the end, but Valid Defense was dropping in from Allowance Company into the 7,500. There is other speed in GB's Turbo in here, but I'm a Star. I like that this horse has been able to sit just behind the leaders and make that move. But if they give a Star the lead under soft early fractions, I think the horse can be long gone. I do like number 2, Going Success. 3 outs ago, huge race running second. The Kentucky Jake then hit the open allowances, a respectable 4th. And I agree, the distance was just too much last time. This is going to be the big dropper going in here with a big chance. And I do like number 1, Mila Maria, the filly against the boys. That race 3 outs ago. She made a really nice close. Be beaten only a length to Ashes and Double Barrel Delight, who finally graduated on Monday night. So I'm going to give you 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to carry on to race number 3, kicking off jackpot pick 5 wagering and allowance optional $15,000 claimer for the boys 3 and up. Scratch number 1, Gray Admiral. Stretch, what do you have?
Yeah, just to point on the 1, that was a late scratch. So if you handicapped earlier, I didn't affect my selections, but that was a late scratch. If you check the,
Yeah, at about 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, so just kind of a reminder if people have already done that.
If you would have bet early.
If you had bet early, that's another really good point. I've got this as almost a stake race at worst, a good optional claimer in here. I'm going to go to the 2 as my top selection. I think he's absolutely sitting on the win. 3 or 4 good races against some very tough competition. Gets the proper distance and a slightly easier field. We don't have any recent stakes winners in here. So I think this horse is going to get a great trip sitting in 3rd or 4th and then make this move, make his move and just kind of take over. I actually think this is going to be his best race of the year to date. Just kind of sitting on, waiting to make that the big move. So I had to make that my top selection. Go back to the 4. Cashed last time on this one. The key race, too, is it battled right to the end with the Manitoba Derby winner. So that tells you everything. From that loss, that horse went to the Derby and won it. I think this horse is going to get a really good trip. Fraser continues to ride so well, puts his horses in the right trip. And just they finish so well. Again, not a big fan of the weight, but this is as many as 7 pounds on some of them, and they are going a mile. So it does add up, not the short ones, but going longer. We've seen that these horses just keep going with that extra one. And then I'll go to the 3, just because this horse beat my top selection 2 back. Last time was just in a little too tough. Needs the pace duel. So depending on how the winds go, we'll have to monitor that because sometimes the winds die down as the evening goes, and that changes it. If it's a fair track, this horse could get up. Wide open race. Let's go 2, 4, 3.
Yeah, I see absolutely no pace duel with Great Admiral out of the race. I think number 5, It's That Time, is going to have the front end all alone, and every time this horse is up there and gets a breather, it is a winning race. So It's That Time last time out was in the Manitoba Mile, banging it out under solid fractions early on with a couple other horses, but wasn't able to sustain that bid. Now takes the drop into this second level allowance where it has been before, but only sprinting. Now it gets to go a distance, has those 2 tighteners. I think it's a loose, easy lead. I think it's that time. This is the big shot to win. I do like number 2, Pray for Peace. Wasn't going to beat Jafafa. As sprinters on Derby Day, they carried every step of the way and won both the sprint races that day easily. So Pray for Peace should like this race a lot better and should be in a stalking position. And number 4, Gallon Oak, after that loss to Manadura, came back with a vengeance last time out, ran into horses at the 3/8 pole, was in behind checking, and still made a sweeping move and drew off to win easily. I think this horse is on the improve, so I'm giving you 5, 2, and 4. Now we're going to carry on to race number 4, kicking off $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering. This $5,000 claimer for 3-year-olds and up that are non-4 lifers, going 5.5 furlongs. Scratch number 8, Harry Keep the Change. Scratch, an interesting one.
Yes, a tough race to cap. I think there's a lot of value out there. This one surprised you, Kirt. Long shot.
Yeah.
Okay,
one
of my 2 long shots of the day here. We'll start with this one. And this horse is dropping to the right condition last time. And now I liked how this horse showed as much speed. This was one of those surprises that I watched the race, didn't see this horse showing as much speed. I think that's the sign of a big wake-up call. I don't expect the horse going to the lead this time, but I think this horse is going to just kind of sit just back, stock, kind of the right kind of clean trip, certainly can win it at a price. So
that is a nice price horse.
Yes, and so then that's why I do like to see when trainers maybe get the jockeys to try something and at least...
Well, that last race, just to point out, it did have an entry mate in there, North Fork, uncoupled entry that ended up closing from the back of the field because of that speed duel to make it unlucky, Luke, for you.
Good. Excellent. Yeah. Yes, thank you. So you're going to switch your pick to the 7?
No.
Oh.
I'm going to add it in now.
Oh, now you're going to, yes, add Stretch's top pick.
Yeah,
anyway,
why not?
Why not? There's a few good points in there.
I like prices.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go to the 3, which is your top selection. I could have made this.
Huge numbers on this.
Absolutely right. I look at the buyers in a form as a guide. I certainly don't live and die by them.
Neither do I.
So it was just a nice guide. You just kind of look through it, and actually the last, last 7 races that this horse has run is actually above the par number that you need to win it. So the only reason it's not my top selection, 1, kind of looking for a price, and 2, this horse is 6 of 16 at the distance. But the horse likes to run evenly. This horse might just be so good that the evenly is good enough for them in this bunch. And then I'll let you add more to that if you need to. And then the 2 is my other absolute bombs away. Take a look at the 2. This horse running last solid races at Remington Park. If this horse returns to that form, watch out. This horse certainly could be there. You're getting 20 to 1. Helps the payout go up. Maybe doesn't win it, but certainly can be there. So 7-3-2.
Yeah, there's a lot of horses you can like in here. Yes, Phantom Drop, looking at those numbers, absolutely dynamite. 2 works coming in. Never been in a non-4 lifer condition, running against open horses. So this is a drop for Phantom Drop. And I think this is the horse to play in here, but you might not get a price. The 6-horse Terawatt also came out of the non-4 lifer as the favorite, but went into open company. That didn't work out. So it goes back against the non-4 lifers. I expect this horse to run big today, especially if it could somehow get loose over to Caddy Gold. And if it does do that, it could go a long way. And number 5, CC's Kitten. Well, which kitten is going to show up? The one from 2 outs ago that stalked the leaders and ran a big race, losing by a nose? Or the one that went last time out right to the front end, got in the fray, and ended up backing up to be dead last in the end? But I'm thinking Kitten will try and come off the pace today. So 3, 6, and 5 for me. Now we're going to carry on to race number 5, a $5,500 claimer. 4 3-year-olds and up. Again, going the 5.5 furlongs. Stretch, the 8-horse.
Yes,
champ.
Yes, the price plays today.
Wow, look at you.
Going with the prices today.
Are you ever?
Yes, I think it's a completely wide open race, and I think this is one of those races that most of the field can easily win it with their top effort. All of them have a race on this card that easily can win it. So I find this level extremely tough if there's not droppers. So I like your horses too, your selections as well, Kirt, because they totally make sense on that. But I've decided to go with a price horse, and basically I like looking for good trips or bad trips and taking the prices that horses had a bad trip. This horse had a real rough trip last time. Checked in the backstretch, got shuffled back. But what I do like about what happened with this horse then started making a nice late move. You don't see it much, but if you isolate it in the replay, you will see how this horse finished up. And so I think the horse is going to hopefully get a better trip. When it got a really good trip, it 1-2 back. I think everybody's going to see that he's lost to a bunch of these, getting morning line of 8-1. So I think that's the value. So I had to use that one as my top selection.
And Stretch, with my value play, GoldenEye number 2, same thing, got in that squeeze, checked, had a rough trip, made a huge move, and then just flattened out a little bit late. But maybe we should team up, take these two in the triactor to the board.
I think so. I think that might be a group bet.
Yeah, 8-1 and 6-1, and that would be a good price for the try.
I like it. There might be. Cindy, be ready for the
be ready in race 5.
Be ready in race 5. We're both on the 4. Makes sense. This horse ran a solid race last time. I'd almost say a bit of a surprise. It shouldn't have been because I'd bet this horse a few times before. Maybe I just got sour of the last race, but this horse showed speed going a distance and now cuts back. Completely makes sense. Gets a workout coming in, and stock is just one of those solid 5,000 claimers that you don't want to leave out.
Totally. 4 for 4 sprinting, the 7 furlongs, only bad race. That's why I have it in my top 2 also.
For sure. And then the last one is another bombs away. Here is the 3-horse. The angle on this one is this horse is run back quite well farther back, but what I do like is Tom has reclaimed this horse, and if you look when he had this horse, had a couple really good efforts. And so when a trainer claims a horse back, especially kind of at the same level, obviously likes the horse, he's not going to claim it back if he doesn't. And I just think that this horse might get the right trip, going to get a better trip close to the rail, make the move. Morning line 20-1. Everybody's given up on him. Kurt's given up on him. And so his people that follow him are not going to play him. And then Stretch will get it when it comes 8-4-3 on the try.
What do you mean? It's going to come in 2-8-3.
Well,
because we take the 2 and 8.
That's all right. 2 and 8. 2 and 8.
And then we can get it with the 3.
That's true.
And it's about $500 for $1.
It would be that much. Add to your 6 horse there,
And
Kurt.
my 6 is Fresh One. Here's one of the speed in the race. The other one shooting money, the 1 and the 7 top of the rock. But Fresh One ran really good last time out. Broke a little bit slow. Still made it to the front. And lasted till Drop a Caribou went by in the final strides. I think this horse fits really well and loves the distance. So I'm 3rd. So 2, 4, and 6. Now we're going to carry on to race number 6, an allowance race. 4, 3 and up maidens are going 5.5 furlongs. Our first of 2 Classic High 5 races. And there is a carryover in the Classic High 5 of $3,405. Stretch. We're on the same horse.
We are. I'll start with, I don't really see any standouts in this race. I think you have a lot of horses that belong in this level. I think many of them are just happy to continue to run in this level. We'll just stay as a maiden and stay with our comfort zone and do that. But let's go to the 6 as the top selection. Now, I backed this horse a few times. 2 back, the horse ran so well, had a wide trip, and just lost. Last time out, I thought the horse actually should have won. So not a key type horse on a race that I thought the horse probably should have won. But you look, it kind of fits my rule, beat the rest of the field by over 3 lengths. So I think if the horse runs back to the last race and nobody really steps up, horse should be there.
And was beaten by a speed horse in both of those, Lollipop Kid, and He's a Doozy. So I like Viral a lot today too, because there isn't that solid speed horse in there. Even though He's a Doozy was a first-time starter that had really good works and ended up running really well, I don't see anybody who is sitting on a win like Viral is. So I'm right with you on Viral.
Okay, and then let's go to the 2 as my second selection. 2 and 3 back, the horse was very competitive. Last time was just completely overmatched in the Derby. Throw out how the horse finished. It doesn't matter.
Most of these would be.
Correct. Now, I couldn't make it my top selection just because, I like horses that cut back, but I'm not a big fan of horses that cut back from 1 1/8 to 5.5. It's a little too, but this horse does have talent. The other thing is the trainers are going to prep their horse for this was for the trial and then the Derby. So probably wasn't thinking about after the Derby. So the horse is still going to be fine, but trainers are just too smart to time it for their top performance. So got to use it. And then can't leave out the 9. This horse is 6 for 6 in the money. This horse is just one of those happy-go-lucky second and third type horses that Kirt usually takes to win. But anyway, there's another one of my show bets if I still make it to race 6. 629, Kirt?
Yeah, I'm with you on Rough Customer. A couple seconds when it was against maidens. Yes, they were restricted Alberta breds, but ran lights out in both of those. Needs to be respected in here. And I also like the one Ron. Ran a big race first time out, then ran a tough one against Private Frank and I Love My Life, and a real tough trip last time out. This horse can get out of the gate a little bit better. It'll get good positioning. I think a good long shot, so I'm giving you 6, 1, and 2. Now we're carrying on to race number 7, a $3,000 claimer for fillies and mares 3 and up that are non-winners of the year. We're going to go 5.5 furlong stretch. What do you got?
Look at you using my horse in
Some would
second.
say.
Look at you. All right. I like how the card sets up. Good planning by the racing secretary and his assistant there, because this is potential of bombs away. So if you're struggling all week and you need the price horses, this is the type of race that you get. So let's go with the 4, just in case I'm struggling on the card. This might be my get-out horse here. I realize that there is other speed. Yes, there is other speed.
The 6, that's pretty well it.
For sure.
Aperture has a bit.
Yeah, I do like just how fast the horse has been going. You look at the Batera Park races; they are so quick early. I like that Antonio jumps on board, and this horse might be fast enough to clear and just kind of keep going. They're going 5.5. We'll see how speed plays. Remember, the wind will probably be died down there, but I think just 10 to 1. I've got it worth a shot. There's too many good races on this horse, and then I went. Kirt's top selection 1, I could have absolutely put this horse on top. Is absolutely the horse to beat. Should get a great trip behind and just wait behind the speed.
Yeah, the 4 and 6 go battle it out. The 1 will be sitting there. Yeah, I couldn't catch 2 steps faster and know what I mean the last time out. But this could play out totally different and get a dream trip.
Yeah, and just taking a price. I've got both of them on my sequence bets. But, if it's a struggling day, I can't use your 1 because
anyway, yeah. No, there you go.
Won't have any change left anyway. And then I just took a looking for a closer. The dropper dropping from a price shows a cutback. Drop has to pick up the pieces. Hasn't been running that great, but at least drops to the condition. I just wanted to include the right running style. So I'm 4-1-5.
Yeah, the other one I threw in, one number 6, know what I mean? Finally gave me a little respect on her last time out. After that race, she ran really good. Almost good enough to win as she just lost the head bob. 2 steps faster in the end, who earlier on was sitting on a win in the same condition. So I'm taking her for sitting around for 3rd. I'm going to give you 1, 4, and 6. Good luck with all your selections this evening. I'll be right back with the changes on this evening's Carter Racing. And if everybody can get their pens and programs ready, here are the changes on this evening's 7-race Carter Racing. Turning your programs to race number 1, just a few overweights, and they're on your TV monitors. Now turning your programs to race number 2. Number 1, Mila Maria, correct the weight to 119 pounds. And will be 4 over at 123. And there is a couple more overweights. Now turning your programs to race number 3, Kicking off jackpot pick 5 wagering. Scratch number 1, Gray Admiral. The jackpot pick 5 carryover. Just over $47,000. Now turning your programs to race number 4. Kicking off $50,000 guaranteed pick 4 wagering. Scratch number 8, Harry Keep the Change. Now turning your programs to race number 5. Our VIP Fan of the Night race. Number 7, Top of the Rock, will run on Lasix. Now turning your programs to race number 6. Our first of 2 classic high 5 races. And there is a carryover of $3,405. Just some overweights again on your TV monitors. Now turning your programs to race number 7, our other classic high 5 race. Again, just a few overweights. Well, it's turned out to be a decent evening here in Winnipeg.
I guess, what are we, backpacking?
Are we in the Himalayas?
I don't know. Well, there's clouds, so we've got the clouds, so that's the important part of the weather.
Yeah, we still got our tans on our legs,
Yeah,
so at least they put the right kind of legs on us
all
there.
right. Anyway.
I don't know where we are. Machu Picchu? Or,
well, we were missing yesterday.
Oh, that's right. So we went hiking.
We went hiking.
So under mostly cloudy skies, we're hiking at 18 degrees Celsius or 64 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is breezy from 45 to 64 kilometers an hour or 40 miles an hour. And the track is listed as fast racetrack for this evening's 7-race Carter Racing. We're going to kick it off right here in race number 1 that goes to post in 17 minutes.
And they're off in the Canadian Derby.
Red Dogs will take the Manitoba Derby.
And Wolcott takes the lead with Great Escape.
Regal Bryant, Roland Rose, the line. Regal Bryant will win the Derby.
And Great Escape winning the Canadian Derby.
Welcome to Assiniboia Nouns. Be sure to enter your name for a chance to be our VIP Fan of the Night. Ballots are available in the lobby. If your name is picked, you're going to get the VIP treatment, including a $25 wagering voucher. You're going to get an ASD t-shirt, get to come up to the press box, watch me call a race, go down to the paddock and see the horses, and you're off to the winner's circle to get a framed photo with the winning horse. Now on to racing. If you're new to racing, stop by and see Shannon and Brad at the Fan Education Center located on the main level. They can answer any and all your questions about how to bet. And be sure to download the new app called Dark Horse Bets. All new account signups receive a free $30 deposit. You just have to scan the QR code on the front of your program cover or off of any of the posters around the building to download the app now. Have a great night of racing. And welcome down to the paddock for race number 1. We're kicking off the Wednesday card of racing with a $5,500 claimer for fillies, mares, 3-year-olds and up. They're going to go 5.5 furlong stretch. Who do you like?
All right. Taking a bit of a chance to try to beat the speed rail horse, which I usually like to take. But this time, I just like how the 4-horse is running. And she showed speed last time going 6 furlongs. I don't like when she goes show speed. I like that when she stalks. She won't get the lead in here anyway. I guess she could if she really tried.
Well, if she really tries, Leah tries a little harder, and Leah can really light up on the front end.
And neither one of them end up. This horse is just a sharp mare that just likes to win. This is her right level. She won 2, then last time tried to show, as it says, double duel, and that's a fair line there.
Yeah, and did something different.
Correct.
But it didn't work.
No, it didn't work. No, it didn't work. But anyway, the stalking trip take over. She beat the one last time going 5.5.
Yeah, I'm with you. Another horse I like in here, number 2, Miss Parfait. She's been kind of coming into herself. She was claimed 2 outs ago, but ran a big race last time out, rallying from off the pace with Kim's Texas Bling. Kim's Texas Bling ended up getting the win and did beat number 4, Cyclone Sorority. But if the 4 goes after the 1 in here, You might see Miss Parfait sitting back and trying to pounce on him. Has gone the distance 9 times and has 4 wins, and the horse only has 5 wins lifetime. So this is definitely her preferred distance to take a shot at, and currently 5-1.
For sure. Just to briefly go back to the one horse. She's got speed. She can go as fast, and she tries to go as fast and as far as she can go. Just you don't want to ever leave a speed like horse out like this. She just have been watching. That extra distance hasn't helped her. We liked her a lot last time, and she kind of hung on.
And it was 5 furlongs, which is right up her alley.
It is.
But she has changed barns since her last start.
Right, so that can certainly
From Mike Taphorn over to Jared Brown.
Yeah, so you don't want to leave this horse completely out.
Yeah, another horse to look at, number 6, Harlan's Commission, has been toiling in this level and has a couple second-place finishes to That's a Lot of Bling. And That's a Lot of Bling was a force to be reckoned with. 4,500 and pressing the front end. Won't want to do that today. Will want to do what it did in that 3,000 non-winners of the year, where it sat in behind, overtook them, and then easily went on to victory. This horse cutting back to 5.5 furlongs. That might be absolutely huge for Harlan's Commission, who does have a big shot at 6-1.
Yeah, and the 3 horse almost made my top 3 selections. An Invader from mostly Will Rogers Downs and Sam Houston. There's races on her card that put her right there. She's probably going to stalk. You look at that Will Rogers race on May 1st. She stalked and took over. Those are some nice figures there. I just wasn't sure where to place her, but if you don't like the ones running here locally, then this would be the one to take.
And number 5, Lady Nyla. Well, she's not getting a lot of respect, even though she was only a half a length in between Miss Parfait and Cyclone Sorority. And a half a length, it is an extra 10-1 on top of the 2-1. So it's the longest shot on the board, but she actually ran a really good race on the inside and then made that move and tired late. If that race was 5.5 furlongs, she might have been right there in the end. So that could be your bombs away in the race. This is a great opener.
It is a great race. Great point on people see the 4th and don't really look how close they were. And when you talk, they listen and they bet it down from 12-1 to 9-1. Wow.
Well, they might as well in this compact field of 6. All right, let's go to our wagers here in race number 1. Stretch, what do you have?
I decided to start with a pick 3 because it is very competitive.
And I did too. Holy.
Yes. So I'm going to take a chance and key the horse in the middle. So I'm going to go a $3 pick 3, 1, 2, 4 with 2, 4. It's 18. If you just want to spend $6, make it a $1 pick 3, same numbers.
And myself, I'm doing a $2 pick 3. I'm taking 2, 4 with 2, 3 with 2, 5. If you want to make it $1, it's only $8. I'm making it a $2 one for 16. And Show Parlay Wednesday. Stretch, what do you have to start out with?
I'm going to go, surprise everybody a little bit. I'm going to go with the 2, the closer, because I've stocked up the change in the car.
Okay.
I've got long shots all day, so I can reload. I got to reload in the back pocket if needed. 20 show on 2, just in case.
Yeah, me too. I got the car loaded from yesterday since, it was a break-even day. And I'm going to take 20 to show on the 4, Cyclone Sorority. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 1. And we'll see you back for race 2. The track for race number 1, they're going to go 5.5 furlongs for $13,200. Number 1 is Liaison Tune, owned by Garth Grider and Violetta Adamchuk, trained by Jared Brown with Antonio Whitehall. Number 2 is Miss Parfait, owned by Vela K. Butler, trained by Jennifer Jordan with Nyrone Austin. Number 3 is Miss MJ, owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno with Praven Badri. Number 4 is Cyclone Sorority, owned by Parker Wallette, trained by Steve Kepplin Jr. with Stanley J.D. Jr. Number 5 is Lady Nyla, owned and trained by Don Senebald with Siobhan Bell. Rounding out the field is number 6, Harlan's Commission, owned by Wanda Hicks, trained by Shelley Brown with Ronaldo Cumberbatch. Post time for race number 1, approximately 3 minutes away.
It's now 2 minutes to post time at ASD.
All right, the girls kick off the Wednesday card going 5.5 furlong. Compact field of 6, but very competitive. Yes, the 4 is the favorite, and that is my top selection. I think she is running the best. I like how she sits just off the pace and makes a late move. Last time she tried to go to the lead, didn't work. I think it's going to go back to the other tactics. Many others can win in here. Who's going to be on the lead? That's the one. She likes to go fast and just try to hang on. That's possible. Your closer of the field, that's the 2. She's going to be sitting about, 5th or 6th and try to make a late run. So I'm going to give you 4, 1, and 2. Kirt?
I agree, a wide open race, even though we have the same 3 horses. Cyclone Sorority was unusually on the front end last time out. I don't expect that today, as the 1 Liaison Tune will be on the lead. Cyclone Sorority, way more effective coming just off of it. So I think she's the one to beat. I do like Liaison Tune to stick around for a piece. But number 2, Miss Parfait, she has been getting better with each and every start. Last time out, a good second. She loves the distance, has won 4 out of 9 times, and she's only won 5 in her life. So I'm going to take her for second, and I'm going to give you a 4, 2, and 1. Good luck here in race number 1. post time. Liaison tune. First one into the starting gate. Miss Parfait is in. Miss MJ now loaded. Cyclone Sorority, the 6-5 favorite, is in. Just 2 left to load. Lady Nyla. Now just waiting on Harlan's commission. The field is set. They're at the post. And they're off. From the middle, Cyclone Sorority breaks on top early, but now Liaison Tune goes straight to capture the early lead by a length. Back to second, Cyclone Sorority. Harlan's Commission, 3 wide in third. Miss MJ hugging the rail in fourth. Then it's a length and a half back to Lady Nyla. And Miss Parfait is the early trailer. 23 seconds, the opening quarter. And it's Liaison Tune with the lead by 3/4 of a length. Cyclone Sorority on the outside in second, still 3 wide. Harlan's Commission looking for room. Miss MJ, and she's going to get it as they hit the head of the lane. Liaison Tune, 47-2 to the half response. Now Miss MJ with the room to go. At a 16th of a mile to go, Miss MJ goes on by and is going to get the win. Second bet's the Cyclone Sorority. Third to Liaison Tune, and fourth to Lady Nyla. The Stewart's supposed to number 3, Miss MJ, as your race winner. Second goes to number 4, Cyclone Sorority. Third to number 1, Liaison Tune. And fourth to number 5, Lady Nyla. They went the opening quarter 23 seconds. The half 47-2. 5 furlongs, 1 minute and 3 fifths. Time for the 5.5 furlongs, 107-3. In the winner's enclosure, the official winner here in race number 1, that's number 3, Miss MJ. Miss MJ is a Gray-Roan mare, 5 years old, by Early Flyer. Out of the mare, Flying by Faith, by Flying Baron. Owned by Henry Witt Jr., trained by Jerry Gorno, and ridden to victory by Praven Badry. Time for the 5.5 furlongs, 107-3. Race 1 is official in the upcoming second race. Number 1, Milla Maria, correct the weight to 119 pounds. Kicking off another pick 3 here in race number 2. Assiniboia Downs has introduced a new Chase the Ace weekly draw. And you can win $5,000 if you are drawn and you pick the Ace of Diamonds. Tickets start at $5 and are available online at asdowns-cta.com or in person here at Guest Services or the VLT Cashier's Cage. The draw will be made tonight at 9 p.m., so get your tickets now. Proceeds do support community charities, including Final Furlong, the Winners Foundation, Manitoba Indigenous Cultural Education Center, Indigenous Languages of Manitoba, the Manitoba Lung Association, Dream Factory, MAD Winnipeg, the Canadian Mental Health Association, the Manitoba Arthritis Society, the Manitoba Conservatory of Music and Arts, and the ALS Society of Manitoba. By purchasing a ticket, you are helping these charities, making a positive difference in the community. Thank you for supporting the Chase the Ace charity program. welcome back down the paddock for race number 2. We have a $7,500 claimer for Manitoba, Saskatchewan, North and South Dakota breds that are maidens. They're going to go the 6-furlong distance. Let's take a look back at race number 1. Well, it kind of played out the way we thought, Stretch. 1 goes to the lead, the 4 stalks. But Miss MJ was the one drafting in behind all those horses. And I said looking for room, and finally she got room down the lane and went on by for the win.
Yeah, it was a really good ride and good positioning. Kicking myself a little bit because that horse almost was supposed to be in my picks, and the whatever it is an overlay of the day so far. That horse should have.
Oh, without a doubt, it shouldn't have been that
morning
price.
line 4-1. We said how competitive it was. Who gets the trip? The 4 had beaten all of them before, or a lot of them. That's the only one that hadn't. But it happens. Hopefully, some people got it out there because good start to the day. We have 6 more races to hit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, on to race number 2, Stretch. Who do you like?
I'm going to go with top selections, the 2, if Julie can locate the 2 wandering. Look at that, right away. She's right there. This horse is dropping from the maiden special weight into not only the 75 claimer, but into the Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and other breed races. So that's huge. Take a look, 3 back at 5.5, running the same type of horses, but at special weight and ran a good second. Lost to Kentucky Jake. Kentucky Jake has gone on to at least run competitive.
And beat Valid Defense, who came back and beat Star in the last start.
Yes, exactly.
And ran second for non 2.
And then I do like that this horse tried a distance. That didn't work. So we're going to get a nice price, hence 4-1. Has a workout coming in. Tom will have this horse ready to go, should get a stocking trip. I see this horse getting the same trip as the 3 horse in the last race. And if that's going to be the trend, at least while it's windy out, that's the horse I want to be on.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I also like number 3, Star. Has only ran 1 bad race, and that's where the horse acted up in the starting gate. But every other race, the horse stumbled, was bumped, bothered, had trouble, but has run big. And what I like is Star has started to come off the pace a little bit instead of just jam to the front, go as fast and as far as you can. Those little off the pacers, I like them. I think it needs to be better timed. Sit back and wait a little bit longer to have that little bit more inside the 16th pole. That'll take Star to the winner's circle.
For sure, or in second. Let's go to the 5. You had to know that was coming. Here.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go to the 5. Is a filly against the boys. I'm not that concerned. This horse has been on the fringes. Just can't get there. A lot of seconds and thirds as well. In fact, perfect this year in being in the money. And so I think that gets a stocking trip, cuts back. I like that. I think this is just one of these horses that's in the mix. Maybe not a win bet, but a good exactor or try to include in there.
Yeah, definitely is. Another horse that I like, that is the one. The other filly in the race, that's Milla Maria. Last time out, ran 5th, beaten 8 behind Island High, went wire to wire, and Double Barrel Delight. But 3 outs ago, this horse ran a really good 4th, beaten only 1 3/4 lengths. Yeah, it was a slow time, but did make a nice rally. You get Antonio Whitehall aboard, draw the inside, and it should get a pretty good drafting trip in here. And you're getting a good price at 6-1.
For sure. Let's go to the potential other speed horse or the horse that could clear, going off at 9-1. See if Jerry can get the double. Showed speed last time, did get beat by the 3. Has been on the fringes, made the drop, didn't win. We'll just have to see how the track is playing out. If this horse gets loose, could get brave and just kind of keep going.
Yeah, another horse in here, number 7, Keystone Cash. This horse had a good 3rd place finish 2 outs ago. Was beaten by Star, but has had trouble getting out of the gate in 3 out of the 5 outings so far this year. Last time out, didn't run a bad race again, but was beaten by GB's Turbo, the 4, and number 3, Star. Kind of sitting on the fringes with Keystone Cash, but not out of the question at a top 3 finish.
Yeah, it's one of those price horses. Nobody's a world beater in here. And then let's take a look at the 6. You get a jockey change. You get a break in the weights. Showed a little bit more last time. Might be on the improve. And again, if you're looking for a price to include, if you like the favorites, you need somebody underneath in 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. Why not include one of these?
All right, let's go to our wagers here in race number 2, Stretch. What do you got?
I have an exactor wheel, $10 exactor wheel, 2 with 1.5. Yes, I have left out the 3. I'll say it one more time. 2 with 1.5. That's $20. Or if you just want to spend $2, or if you want to include Kurt's bet, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I think the 2 is going to start taking a lot of money with the 5. So I went 50 to place on the 3. I'm hoping for about $3. That'll get me $25 profit, so I can play that and maybe the pick 4 today. And show parlay. Stretch, you ran on down, got some of that car change.
Yeah.
Who are you going to?
Well, let's go to the 2 since the price is at 4-1. I should have been going to the filly with always being in the money, but let's go with the 2 to try to not have to go back to the car to get more change.
And since I have the place on the 3, I'm a star. I might as well go 21 to show on number 3, I'm a star. Good luck with all your wagers here in race 2. We'll see you back for race number 3. Kicking off Jackpot Pick 5 wagering. Ladies and gentlemen, we're under a slight delay into the running of race number 2. Once again, a slight delay into the running of race 2. Gentlemen, your attention, please. In care and consideration of our horses and jockeys, with the excessive winds that we do have, the balance of this evening's race card has been canceled. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, because of the high winds and care and consideration of our horses and jockeys, the balance of this evening's race card has been canceled. For those of you with programs for tonight's race card, those will be good for the balance of the 2023 season. Just bring that old program and you'll get a new one for any day that you do come out. And all wagers on any other races this evening will be a full refund. Once again, the balance of this evening's race card has been canceled. Gentlemen, even though that the races have been canceled this evening, the Chase the Ace countdown, you have 45 more minutes to give yourself a chance to go home with $5,000 in your pocket. If you do get drawn and you select the Ace of Diamonds, you can get your tickets at guest services in the lobby or at the VLT cashier's cage on the second level, or online at asdown/cta.com. And remember, by purchasing tickets, you are helping community charities. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, due to extreme wind conditions and care and consideration to our horses and jockeys, the balance of this evening's race card has been canceled. For those of you who do have programs, those programs can be exchanged for any other race day for the 2023 season. Once again, the balance of this evening's race card has been canceled. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 8:11. The draw for this week's Chase the Ace, guaranteed at $5,000. If you pick the ace of diamonds, will close at 8:45 in approximately 34 minutes. So 34 minutes to get in for Chase the Ace, where you can go home with $5,000.